We're back with more Southeast Texas Weekly, and we are continuing our conversation with Harold Doucette about the Port Arthur Independent School District's $195 million bond proposal, which will be on the November 4th ballot. You wanted to explain to us how the bond sales will be phased in over time.
Right. When I first got involved with trying to find out whether I would support this bond issue. Now, that was a major question I had. Although you say we're not going to be taxed any of this bond, but if you get where you can't pay it, then you're going to have to come to us and ask us, to increase taxes. So I was interested in how you're going to do this. And I know the school district did a good job of ensuring that they place themselves in a position that's not to be in a position where they can have to come to us because they're going to use a phase portion in selling the bonds. They're not going to sell all the bonds at one time. They're going to sell it to ensure that they can keep up with what the tax valuation is, as opposed to going and cashing, selling $195 million of bonds.
What are you hearing from the community? Because several years back here in Beaumont, there was resistance from the community to approve a bond proposal because of distrust. A previous bond, a lot of people in the community felt like they didn't get what they were promised. So what are you hearing in the community about this bond proposal and whether voters have that trust to approve this one?
I'm finding out that it's the people that understand the purpose of the bond and understand what it's going to do for the students and support it, they're pretty much into it. But those who oppose it, that I've listened to, they're basically talking about exactly what you're saying, that they didn't do what they're supposed to do with the last bond, or they said they would do this and they didn't do that, and they're not managing the money, they're not paying the teachers. So I hear a lot of people that have concerns about approving a bond, but what they're saying is not the issue dealing with this particular bond. And they really don't understand bond, because if they understood the bond, they would know that once that proposition is approved on that bond, they have someone that oversees it that's not going to be working for Port Arthur Independent School District. And that money can only be dispersed for the specific reason that it was placed on the proposition and approved by voters. You can't say, well, let's take $10,000 from this school and let's do a fence around that school. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. Whatever you place into the proposition is the only way the money could be spent. So therefore, if you understand that, then you should not have a concern on misappropriating any bond money. That's not going to happen. The other thing is for the school district to be in a position, to put themselves in a position whereby they can actually get a $195 million bond without going to the taxes. It says that bond rating was good, that is stable,
right? That
they have shown the potentials to be able to get a $195 million bond, sell a $195 million bond, and pay it.
Right.
Okay, they have shown that from previous bond and how they repaid it, and it's all about repayment.
Well, we're just about out of time, so we'll quickly run through the list of things that this bond package will pay for. 3 new schools, renovations and repairs and additions to more than 11 campuses and facilities, district-wide technology infrastructure improvements, bus purchases, new maintenance, warehouse and transportation complex, and campus security improvements. But regardless of how you feel, these meetings are your opportunity to ask the questions that you have, voice the concerns that you have, correct?
That's what I tell everybody. don't listen to myself or anyone else. You know, we have places you can go where you can ask your questions, and when you ask your question, get the answer, and the person giving the answer should be the subject matter expert for that particular
All right.
question.
Right. Let's put up those dates again then and make plans to attend one of these meetings. There's one Tuesday, September 30th at the Lakeside Polymer Community Center, Tuesday, October 14th, Westside Development Center, Thursday, October 16th, Sam Houston Elementary, Tuesday, October 21st, Travis Elementary, and one at Memorial High School scheduled for Tuesday, October 28th. Again, all the meetings are 5:30 to 6:30. Take the time to get your questions answered. Thank you, Mr. Doucette. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up next, the first ever Mystery Dinner Theater presented by the Texas Military Honors Team. Stay with us.